You ever walk into a supermarket for just bread and milk and somehow walk out with a trolley that looks like you're preparing for the apocalypse? That's supermarkets for you. They're not just selling food, they're selling psychological warfare. They want you broke, hungry, and convinced that buying 3 for $2 on luxury hummus is a financial decision. And the worst part? You tell yourself you'll only spend 20 pounds, but by the time you get to the till, you're staring at a receipt longer than your CV, wondering if you accidentally adopted a second family. I used to think I was smart. I used to believe I could outsmart the supermarket system. Spoiler, I could not. The supermarket is like a casino. You never leave with more money than you came in with. Except instead of free drinks, you get buy one, get one free pasta deals, which sound like a steal until you realize you've been eating pasta for 3 weeks straight like a depressed student. And somehow, even after eating that much pasta, you're still broke. How? Because supermarkets know you better than you know yourself. They know your weaknesses, your cravings, and your lack of willpower. They can smell desperation and payday like sharks smell blood in the water. The first thing they do is hit you with the smell of freshly baked bread. That's not an accident, that's a weapon. You walk in thinking, I'll be disciplined today, and suddenly you're standing there, hypnotized, drooling like a cartoon wolf. Next thing you know, you've got croissants in your basket and you don't even eat breakfast. Then you walk a little further, and bam, the seasonal aisle. Halloween, Christmas, National Pickle Day, they'll invent a holiday if it means you'll impulse buy. You came for toilet paper and now you're debating whether you really need a life-sized inflatable snowman. And the messed up part? You don't need it, but your brain says, wouldn't it be fun though? No, it would not. Not when you're eating beans on toast for the rest of the month. And don't get me started on the layout. They deliberately put the essentials, milk, bread, eggs, all the way at the back. You have to trek past 400 aisles of temptation like some kind of financial endurance test. It's a maze designed to break your willpower. By the time you reach the milk, you've blacked out and somehow bought sushi, scented candles, and an expensive cheese that requires a mortgage. And God forbid you shop while hungry. That's basically financial suicide. Hunger is the supermarket's best friend. When you're hungry, everything looks good. Suddenly, you're buying crisps you've never heard of and dips you don't even like. You're standing there convincing yourself that 5 pounds for a bag of artisan popcorn is somehow reasonable. No, it's not. That's robbery in daylight. But the worst, the absolute dirtiest trick, is shrinkflation. You know when you pick up your favorite snack and you're like, wait, this looks smaller? That's because it is. Companies are shaving off 20 grams here, 50 grams there, hoping you won't notice. But you notice. You always notice. That family pack of crisps that used to last a week now lasts exactly 1 Netflix episode. And the price? Oh, that still goes up. So not only are you broke, but you're also still hungry. Supermarkets want you in this endless loop of financial despair, where your wallet cries but your stomach still growls. At one point, I realized I was basically funding their entire operation with my quick shops. I'd go in for one thing, and every time I came out, I was 40 pounds poorer. It's like paying rent to Tesco, and the self-checkout machines don't help. Unexpected item in the bagging area. Yeah, it's my dignity. That's the unexpected item. Nothing makes you feel poorer than having to ask an attendant to unlock your 1-pound bottle of shampoo like you're trying to steal state secrets. So how do you actually save money at the supermarket without starving? That's the real question. Because the answer cannot be just don't go. Unless you plan on surviving off the kindness of your neighbors or photosynthesis, you're going to have to shop. But here's where I started to flip the script. I realized I couldn't just shop like a normal person. Normal people are broke. Normal people impulse buy. Normal people think the reduced section is embarrassing. Nah, if you want to win at supermarkets, you have to think like a broke genius. First hack, never, ever shop without a list. And not just a vague list like food, a military-level list with specifics, ranked by importance. Bread, eggs, rice, that's it. No wandering, no just browsing. Browsing is code for, I'm about to bankrupt myself on snacks. You stick to the list like your life depends on it because honestly, your bank account does. Second hack, never go hungry. Eat a meal before you shop, even if it's just toast. If you walk in hungry, every aisle becomes an emotional attack. Suddenly you're having deep conversations with the bakery section like, do I need a whole cake? Probably not. But also, maybe yes? No, eat before, be strong. Third hack, own the reduced section. That yellow sticker aisle? That's not shame, that's victory. That's the Olympics for broke people. You can score meals for pennies if you time it right. You think people will judge you for buying discounted bread? They won't. And if they do, who cares? You'll be laughing when you're eating a full meal that cost £1.75 while they're crying over their 12 pounds organic salad. The reduced section is where pride goes to die and savings go to live. And don't fall for brand loyalty. Brands don't love you. Brands want your money. Supermarkets put the expensive brands at eye level because they know you're lazy. Look up, look down. The cheap stuff is hiding there. Same ingredients, same taste, half the price. I promise you, nobody has ever taken a bite of pasta and said, you can really taste the brand. It's wheat. It's all wheat. You're not Gordon Ramsay. Save your money. Same goes for cereal. The off-brand cornflakes taste the same. The only difference is the cartoon mascot. And guess what? You're too old for Tony the Tiger anyway. But here's the real cheat code. Meal planning. Yeah, I know, it sounds boring, but hear me out. If you know what you're cooking for the week, you stop panic buying. No more random jars of sauce that sit in your cupboard until 2028. No more 5 bags of spinach that rot into green sludge because you thought you'd eat healthy. Plan meals, buy only what you need, and suddenly your fridge stops looking like a crime scene. And bulk buying? That's your best friend. Rice, pasta, beans, the holy trinity of not starving while broke. Buy in bulk and watch how much you save. Just don't bulk buy snacks. That's not saving money. That's fueling your self-destruction. And let's not ignore loyalty cards. Supermarkets want your data, and you know what? Give it to them. If it means you save 30p on toilet roll, they can know my blood type for all I care. I'm not too proud to scan a card. Those little discounts add up, and suddenly you're the one playing the system. Oh, and for the love of God, stop buying bottled water. You're paying for something that literally comes out of your tap. Unless your water is flammable, use what you've already got. But the funniest part about all of this is that supermarkets rely on you being lazy. They want you to not care. They want you to say, it's only a few extra pounds. But those few pounds add up. Every 5 pounds you waste on snacks is 5 pounds less towards bills, savings, or even just a night out where you don't look like you're calculating your overdraft mid-drink. Saving money at the supermarket isn't about starving or suffering. It's about not letting them clown you. Because that's what it is. A clown show. They set the trap, you fall for it, and then you're broke and still somehow hungry. I started treating supermarket shopping like a game. My mission? Spend as little as possible while still eating like a king. Every time I resist a temptation, it's like leveling up. Every time I find a deal, it's like hitting a jackpot. Suddenly, saving money feels less like punishment and more like victory. And honestly, it's addictive. Because nothing feels better than walking out of a supermarket with a full week's worth of food for under 30 pounds. That's not just saving. That's financial domination.